Hey YouTube, welcome back once again to your good old friend HDR here, Harley Day Rider. Out here on the lovely 2011 Harley Electra Glide Classic. In a balmy 61 degree day. 61! I mean, come on. This is April, what is today anyway? Can't see it on my watch. Let's see, today should be 2020. Today is April the 30th. And it's only 61 degrees out here. This is ridiculous, you know. I've been watching you guys in, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. You guys are all bloomed already. All your trees are beautiful and, in full bloom. Your spring has arrived. Our spring, I keep telling Mrs. HDR, our spring's not going to arrive here until, holy shit. Our spring's not going to arrive here until about June or July. But, man, it's just absolutely insane. I was able to get the bike out today, though, so it's a good thing. I picked up something this week that I've never owned. And it was so relatively inexpensive that I don't know why I didn't own one. But I don't know if you know or not, but on a lot of the Harleys, the way they built the rims, and on this Electra Glide Classic, or the Ultra even, the way the rims are and where they put the valve stem in between those rims is like really super hard to get in there. To the point where Harley actually decided to create an extension hose for it. Because it's so hard, you can't really fit a nozzle in there. And not only that, trying to get to those things is really a pain. I mean, you gotta lay on the ground and turn over and do backflips, and it is absolutely nuts. So what I purchased this week, though, and I suggest maybe you go and purchase one. I went to my local Walmart store. I mean, where else you going to go? And I picked up a tire pump. Now, there's two different tire pumps you can buy. There's one tire pump that plugs into the cigarette lighter plug. Like I could have plugged it in here on my cigarette lighter plug on the bike, but I didn't want that kind. I wanted the kind that just plugged into the house. And, man, it was just a game changer today to be able to sit in the garage, take my time. I took my saddlebag off and was able to get up in there and get the cap off to the valve stem and get that little extension hose on. And the little compressor I bought is a built-in gauge. So, I don't know if you should trust it or not, but I did today because I couldn't find any of my tire gauges, even though I have like 3 or 4 of those. You know how that goes. And I always keep one on the motorcycle, but I didn't have one today, so be that what it is. But yeah, that was a game changer, just being able to do that, take my time, and get the tires pumped up. On the Classic here, I normally keep the front tire at 36, the back tire at 40. Today I gave the front tire a little bit more than that, just a little bit of warmth. And then what I did, I noticed today so far that the riding has been a lot more comfortable. I went ahead and put 20 pounds of air in my back, in my air shocks on the back of the bike. It doesn't seem like it's, it doesn't really seem like it's ground air, pounding bottom or whatever, bottoming out, that's what I'm looking for. Like it doesn't seem like the shocks are actually bouncing down now, so. But I did put 20 pounds in her on the back air. Now don't ever do that with an air compressor. Buy a little hand pump. And here's a word of wisdom to you. You don't have to buy it from Harley. Go on Amazon. They sell them on there for about $14. Harley sells the same thing for about, I don't know, $50, 50 to 60 bucks. So you don't need to buy it from Harley. I mean, buy it from anywhere as long as you got that little hand pump. And it's made for the air shocks. And if you search Amazon for a Harley Davidson air, a shock air pump or something, you'll find the right one. It's just a little hand pump. It's got the little gauge on it. Boy, they really rebuilt these things, huh? These are pretty. They took a mobile home and made it into a log cabin. What do you think about that? I took my leather jacket off because when I came out, I stopped at a restaurant. And it's a little place called Janoski's Farm. It's not far from our house. Stopped in there and they had a soup of the day. They had a a beef vegetable soup, and the girl said, oh, I'd highly recommend it. I said, well, then give me a bowl of that. I try to eat as light as possible when I'm on the bike, because you don't want to be like dozing off and sleeping on a motorcycle. That would be a bad thing. But the restaurant I went to, we're going to try to throw up a picture right now of it, right here. That is the restaurant that I went to today for lunch. Now before that, I had to run out to, I took a ride out to Best Buy. Mrs. HDR's birthday was on Saturday, and I always thought maybe she wanted an Apple Watch. I don't know why that dawned on me or why I thought that, but I went out and I bought her an Apple Watch for her birthday. So she opened it up and she's like, and I'm like, what? It's an Apple Watch. I got one on my arm. She bought it for me last year for my birthday, and I said, yeah, oh, you have an Apple Watch? She goes, yeah, but I don't want to disappoint you. I said, well, hon, how can you disappoint me? I don't understand that. She said, because I don't think I'm going to use it as much as you do. I said, well, if you use it to tell the time, I don't care. You're going to get used. When I got my Apple Watch, I didn't think so either. I thought, I'm not going to get the use out of there that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get the use of it. But I mean, I truly love my Apple Watch. It has changed my life. You don't have to take your phone out of your pocket every 4 seconds during the day when I'm at work. If somebody texts me, and I'm in the car, I could just like flip my wrist over and see it. And I know, don't text in the car, but I can at least see if it's an emergency. I can answer phone calls from my watch, so that's pretty cool. So, but yeah, she said, I don't think I'm going to use it, and I think you're going to get mad. I said, oh, come on. I said, now, Mrs. HDR, you can never make Mr. HDR mad. And she started to chuckle, and I said, what? She said, I could make you mad whenever I feel like it. And she's right. She's right. Being with somebody for 17 years, you can push a button, and you know what's going to set them off, right? But we never do. We never do. We have one of those relationships that we get along very well, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to have to stop somewhere, and I'm going to have to put my jacket, my leather jacket back on, because it is really chilly out here. I have no idea where I'm heading right now. I mean, I know where I'm at, but I have no idea actually where I'm going. So I would like to stop somewhere and put my jacket back on, but I don't know where. So we're just going to continue to motivate here. So yeah, so that's my saga. So I took the watch back, and I read on Best Buy's website, and thanks to Best Buy, I mean, one of those top-notch companies that you deal with that I just have to give a shout out to today. When I read on Best Buy's website that if it was an open box, if you opened the box for any reason, they added a 15% restocking fee. Well, I took it in expecting to pay 15% because it was open. Mrs. HDR opened it up. She looked at it and was like, And I'm like, what do you mean, Anyway. So she said, return it. And I said, well, I might have to pay a restocking fee. And she said, well, that's better than paying the whole fee. And I said, well, you got a point. And I talked to the nice girl at the counter, and she said, okay, we're going to refund the full purchase price of this because we didn't sync it to the phone or anything. We didn't do it. And she opened it up basically and looked at it, and we closed it back up. She said, so we're going to give you the full purchase price. And I said, what about the Apple Care? And she said, well, we're going to refund that also. And she said, for sure. I mean, you don't have the product, you don't have to pay for the Apple Care. So they refunded the whole entire purchase price back onto my Best Buy card. So, as they say, kudos to Best Buy. I'm really impressed by their return policy and their generosity there. And it was within 15 days. I mean, I bought it last Thursday, gave it to her Saturday, and returned it today. So, there you have it. But, anyway. So now, I'm going to take her out and let her pretty much pick out what she wants. That's probably the best way to buy anything. Sometimes I think being a woman is easier for buying a man something, right? We're not... Men are like, I don't know, I mean, or are we just that or does women just know us to the point where does women know a man better than a man knows a woman? Well, I do believe that, that's for sure. But the funny thing about that is, you know, she could buy me pretty much anything, and I'm going to be pretty excited. You know, she buys like for Christmas, you know, a GoPro selfie stick, because she knows I make videos, and I wanted a selfie stick for my GoPro. So, you know, something like that, or, you know, a new pair of gloves, or whatever. A man will be very, very happy. So, alright, other than that, like I said, I have no way of knowing where I'm going, other than I knew I had to go to Best Buy. I knew I was stopping for lunch, and I did do that, so I'm going to just be traveling around here today, and see where I end up. But thanks for riding along with me this far. Thanks for listening to my story today of Best Buy, and I would suggest that, you know what, you do shop at Best Buy. I mean, why not? So, alright everybody, have a great day today. Thanks for watching the video, and hope you enjoyed it there. And I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Rider, remember, ride your own ride, be safe out there, and be kind to one another. Harley Day Rider's going to be down and out here in Southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now.